It was a sunny Saturday morning in Maple Grove, our new suburban neighborhood. I was lounging on the front porch, coffee in hand, still in my old flannel pajamas, when I saw an HOA enforcer point a taser at my wife, Tara. He had no idea who he was dealing with. Tara's a retired Army Ranger, tough as nails, and her old squad was already in position nearby, their laser sights trained on this guy's chest. Tara had seen this coming from a mile away. She stood there, cool as a cucumber, like this HOA wannabe cop was just a minor annoyance. Me? I nearly spilled my coffee all over myself. One minute we were arguing about who'd grill the burgers for our weekend cookout, and the next, Tara was on the ground. A guy in a cheap tactical vest yelling into a walkie-talkie like he was starring in an action movie. We'd moved to Maple Grove about 9 months ago, drawn in by glossy brochures promising a peaceful life, top-notch schools, and a tight-knit community. What we got instead was a neighborhood run by an HOA that acted like it was the FBI. Every house looked identical, same beige siding, same perfectly trimmed hedges. If your trash can was out 5 minutes early, you'd get a fine. Tara thought it was ridiculous. The HOA's rulebook was thicker than a phone book, packed with absurd regulations. She went along with it for our kids and the fact that no one blasted music at 2 a.m. The trouble kicked off with her sleek black SUV, a custom job she'd built herself. She parked it just an inch over the driveway line, and the next morning we got a violation notice that looked like it was drafted by a lawyer with too much time on his hands. I laughed it off. Tara didn't. She filed it in a folder she called Maple Grove Madness and sipped her coffee like nothing happened. The HOA was led by Evelyn, a woman who ruled with a smile that didn't reach her eyes, always in bright cardigans, clutching a clipboard like it was her scepter. She had a personal grudge against Tara. She'd mutter about Tara's aggressive energy and unneighborly vehicle choices. Tara just smirked and said, "Guess I still scare the right people." That comment got us weekly inspections and fines for disruptive parking. Things got wilder when the HOA rolled out their neighborhood watch force. A group of 5 guys who looked like they'd been rejected from mall security. They wore knockoff military gear, fake badges that said, "Safety Specialist," and carried tasers, pepper spray, and way too much ego. I once saw one practicing baton twirls in the cul-de-sac like he was prepping for a Hollywood stunt. Tara kept an eye on them, her instincts honed from years in high-stakes missions. She started jogging new routes around the neighborhood, noting camera placements and blind spots. She even set up motion lights around our house. When I asked what she was up to, she said, "These guys are looking for trouble. I'm just keeping tabs." I didn't push her. When Tara's in mission mode, you let her work. The watch force got cockier by the day. They fined kids for drawing hopscotch grids on the sidewalk and slapped a ticket on an old lady's mailbox for non-approved paint sheen. One evening, I caught one of them shining a flashlight through our kitchen window. Tara didn't raise her voice. She walked out and asked, "Want to see who's better at sneaking around in the dark?" The guy practically tripped over himself running away. By the 4th of July, we decided to host a big neighborhood barbecue. Hot dogs, cold drinks, and a chance for everyone to vent about the HOA. Tara parked her SUV right under the HOA's entrance sign, a little American flag sticker on the windshield just to poke the bear. Sure enough, the watch force showed up, decked out in their fake gear, one guy narrating into a body cam like he was on a SWAT team. The leader, a guy with mirrored sunglasses way past sunset, yelled about unauthorized vehicle placement. Tara leaned against her SUV and said, "Send me the bill." Sunglasses didn't like that. He pulled his taser and fired. Tara dropped to the ground. My stomach sank. Then, red laser dots appeared on the watch force guys' chests. Tara's old ranger buddies stepped out from behind trees and fences. Sunglasses froze. Tara stood up, pulled the taser prongs off her shirt, and said, "You call that a shot?" For months, Tara had been quietly gathering evidence. The HOA kept piling on rules aimed at her SUV, citing hostile vehicle aesthetics and community disruption. Tara just laughed and added each citation to her folder, now organized with dividers and sticky notes. Neighbors started sharing their own stories. Security guys measuring lawns at night, drones hovering over backyards, even a fine for a kid's unregulated lemonade stand. Tara's team helped out, setting up legal cameras on public property to catch the HOA's antics. Evelyn acted like she owned the place, but the neighborhood was fed up. The watch force even fined a dad for overly festive lawn gnomes. Seriously.at the next HOA meeting, the community center was packed. Neighbors waved their fine notices, yelling about the HOA's overreach. Tara sat quietly in the back, her folder closed, taking it all in. The next morning, we got another citation. SUV-related neighborhood unease. Tara grinned and said, "Time to end this." At our next cookout, she parked her SUV under the HOA's flagpole again. This time with a full-size flag waving from the antenna. The watch force showed up, led by sunglasses. He read a final warning notice. Tara folded her arms and said, "What's the crime? Patriotism or horsepower?" He fired his taser again. Tara hit the ground, but it was all part of her plan. Laser dots lit up the watch force again. Her team walked out, calm and professional. Tara stood, dusted herself off and said, "You really need to work on your aim." A man in a suit stepped forward. "Agent Carter, DOJ, Office of Community Oversight. We've been watching Maple Grove since last winter." Tara handed him her folder, pages of fines, video logs, neighbor complaints, and Evelyn's emails demanding total compliance. Sunglasses was handcuffed for assault and pretending to be a cop. Evelyn rolled up, decked out in pearls, claiming the HOA was a private organization. Carter wasn't having it. "Your charter expired 3 years ago. You've collected $200,000 in illegal fines. That's fraud, plain and simple." Evelyn went pale. Tara's folder had it all: proof of harassment, unauthorized surveillance, even potential racketeering. Evelyn and her top board members were led away. Neighbors whispered in shock, some clapping. By the next morning, the HOA was done for. All fines were canceled, the watch force was gone, and the neighborhood felt like it could breathe again. Tara tossed her folder in the shredder and went back to her morning jogs like nothing had happened. At an emergency community meeting, someone suggested Tara run the new HOA. She rolled her eyes but agreed. Her first move? Burn the rulebook. "No fines, no patrols, no power trips," she said. "We're a community, not a prison." As we headed home, she turned to the crowd and said, "If you see any of those safety specialist badges lying around, use them for kindling." The laughter was loud and real. Tara wasn't just my wife. She was a quiet storm, taking down petty tyrants with smarts and strategy. The takeaway? True strength doesn't need to shout. It watches, waits, and acts when the time is right. Respect, not rules, makes a neighborhood a home. If you enjoyed this story, share it with friends and family.